Hey, what's up everybody? Alright, well, getting out on the water, walking in, taking a nice little stroll up in the mountains. Yeah, so today we're gonna get into some small stream stuff, pocket water. I had a viewer ask about converting between or transitioning between Euro Nymph setup rig to a dry dropper, so we'll just kind of go through some of that stuff. Not all that complicated or not all of that involved in switching out leaders or lines or anything like that. So I got my Euro Nymph set up. This one has, I think it's a 20-pound butt section Euro Nymph leader, so it's a little more backbone on it, if you will, as far as being able to turn the cast over. So in a sense, all I really need to do is just clip my Nymph off and tie on a dry. In this water, I haven't been in this water in a long time, or this section of the river, but flows are starting to drop, and definitely I will focus on single Nymph setup, which makes it a lot easier to convert to using a dry. Again, this is not very deep here, so between my cider and my Nymph or my fly, we'll probably run at least a minimum of 16-18 inches. I don't need to do much more than that. So all right, so just heading down the trail. We'll see you on the water. Very sweet. All right, so on the water now. And as you can see right back here, small stream. You know, once we got down here, set up, and I saw one fish rise just downstream of us here. Saw one caddis kind of flutter out and about, but you know, that's kind of just sporadic, you know, onesies of anything, and it doesn't really give you a pattern to follow. However, with these conditions, like I said, I mentioned on the walk in, I'm just gonna go with a single Nymph or single fly, and actually I'm gonna start off with a dry fly. So again, I have my leader, you know, set up as my Euro Nymph leader, so it's about, I think it's 15 feet from the fly line to my tippet ring or the end of my cider, and then I have between my tippet ring here and my dry, I'm actually going to run about 2 feet here, 5x, so that's that right there. I got a little Feast Beast caddis modified with a little hot wing so I can see it. But yeah, not much, you know, that I'm having to do as far as, you know, tying on a different leader or having a different fly line or anything like that. And just for you all to know, what I do prefer as far as my setup on the Echo Shadow, any of the series, the 10.5 or the 11-footer or even the 10-foot or the 3 or 2 weights, on the line that I use, my fly line, preferred fly line, is actually a double tapered 2-weight. That allows me to cast if I need to get into some sort of situation where casting further away, swinging nymphs, even just converting into a dry dropper or light streamer setup. The double tapered 2 just gives me mass. Again, these rods are designed to have a lot of flex near the tip top, so it doesn't take a whole lot to load these rods, and again, that's for added tippet protection as well. So I could go smaller on my tippet, but I'm not. Again, I try to get away with heavy as I can, just so I can get my flies back and out of any of the debris or trees or whatever. As well, if I do hook into something of decent size, I can land them more quickly and efficiently without, you know, over exhausting these fish. So that's pretty much it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get set up, and we'll just start seeing if we can't catch some fish. All right, so as far as now, I'm just gonna hang back at the tail out of the pool, make sure I'm clear behind me to cast. and just work my way from the back end up into the top of the run here. Definitely want to focus on, you know, creating a bit of a grid to where I can cover the bottom half, catch fish out of the bottom half without spooking any of the fish in the upper half. That'll just help maximize your productivity out of some of these pools, especially where you can run the risk of spooking these fish, especially in these low clear water type scenarios. Oh, missed him. He ate it. So I got one to come up on the dry. That was cool. Pretty slow eat, and I think I just took it away from him. All right, so I got one eat on the dry, and in that run right there, I mean, it's a really nice run. There should be more fish than just the one. So I'm gonna throw on a small nymph. I think I'll run Purdy Chingon in at 18, 2.3 mil bead, single nymph. So I have my cider greased with Payette paste, so I'm gonna watch that as it lays on the water. Any little dart or rapid or, you know, super quick sink on it, I will set the hook. But definitely a lot harder to fish in these longer flats. So. Oh, I missed him. Oh, just landed a nice little brown on the Purdy Chingon. Yeah. Cool. Okay, got a low water Betis on there. Just enough to coat the wing. On the CDC, you don't want to use too much floatant, or else it will reduce the floatability of the CDC. Just a little goes a long ways. All right. Right away, hammered it. Switched out from the caddis to the Betis, and it wasn't even a hesitation on this one. Give you guys a look. Pretty. Yeah. Thanks, fish. Find some more. All right, now the fish has ate my fly, and as you can, I don't know if you can see that, but it's pretty well saturated. So I'm just gonna take my sleeve. I do have a little cloth that I can dry material out with, but just squeeze all that excess moisture out. You're gonna take some time. This isn't just a run and gun type material as far as CDC. However, the floatability when it is dry is phenomenal, but even more so, these smaller fish in particular, or if the fish are really light and subtle on the eat, the CDC wing, being as soft as it is, crushes very easily. So when the fish take it, it doesn't pop out. You know, when you're dealing with elk hair or maybe even some synthetics, just that rigidity of the wing, the fish aren't able to get a good hold of it. It just pops right out. It's like them trying to eat a balloon, and you know, it just bounces right out of the mouth. So CDC just crushes right in, and they can take it and hold on to it much better, giving you better hookup, better landing. So it does take a little bit more time to get dry again though. All right, let's try it again. Oh, that was cool. Well, that was pretty cool. Hopefully that came up on the camera there. Nice little brown. Again, just picking apart these little pockets with the little low water betas. You know, and again, they're pretty opportunistic. They're ready to eat. Pretty little brown. Nice. Excellent. Thanks, buddy. Again, just take your time. You kind of gotta be stealthy in here. You don't have a whole lot of room to cast. Just with all the vegetation and everything around, so it's slower going. But you know, there's fish spread out everywhere, so you just got to take that time to really pick it apart. Having fun, enjoying the day on the water, and I only saw one other guy, and he hiked up a ways, so I think we have this stretch to ourselves. And again, just go slow, enjoy the day out on the water, look around, some butterflies, hopefully see some cool flowers, and we're catching fish. Okay, got that one set. Big log in the way, whether I can navigate that if I hook a fish, we will find out. Occasionally you gotta lose some flies to catch some fish, which happens more often than not. Now, truthfully, me getting up here, totally highlighted, may have spooked these guys. Yeah, I think that's the case. All right, I'm gonna switch to Puerto Chingon. Try not to get. I want to fish it all the way up to that log, but I don't want to get caught in the log either. Got him. Sweet. On the Chingon. Awesome. There you go, buddy. Now again, I just watched that sighter tighten up. All right, so I did two things. I got rid of my waders. It's too damn hot. It'd be nice to get some cool water around my legs. And then I moved locations. I actually came and moved downstream in this drainage just to find, you know, some bigger, a little bit bigger water, more pockets, that sort of thing. Just to demonstrate kind of the versatility of going back and forth between a dry and just a single nymph. And two, it was really brushy and I was just getting frustrated getting caught in the trees all the time. It happens. But if you have an opportunity to move around, do so. All right, so we're down here in some nice pocket water. It is still brushy, but a little more open, and some bigger pockets, boulders, a little more turbulence. That way I can get in on these fish a little tighter and not be so concerned about giving away my presence. Up where I was at, the water was much thinner and shallower, so those fish were really spooky. And just getting in a position to get a good shot was always tough. So, all right, let's see what we can do. There it is. Big old rainbow, stock rainbow. Well, last brownie of the day. I think I'll call it. Check that guy out. Fun stuff. As far as the day goes, what I did was just stay with a single fly. A lot of this pocket water, skinny water, you don't need to run two flies, just too much. Your flies, either fly ends up in a different current, speed or situation, so it directly influences your drift, and you don't get the best and optimized drift that you want in order to detect strikes and that sort of thing. So a single nymph or single dry, and plus it's easy to go back and forth and pick apart water if you want, and that's where practicing knots really comes into play and helps you in those situations. But you know, all in all, solid day. Moved around quite a bit just to find water These fish were spread out. The water is fairly warm. I want to say in the upper 50s, especially down here. So it's getting warmer and warmer, so I think I'm just going to call it and give these fish a rest. But flies to use, a thread Frenchie. I was using a ice dub orange collar, low water Baetis in a size 14. I'm sorry, in a size 16. Pert and Chingon, size 18 or 16 in the purple body pink bead, and 5X tippet. So that's pretty much it. You know where to follow me: Instagram, Facebook. Check out my Patreon page. And as far as YouTube, definitely subscribe, please. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Also hit the bell. Get those notifications when I drop new videos and whatnot. For you Patreon viewers, you will get this video a week ahead of everyone else, so that's an incentive to become a subscriber on that. And I think that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching Nmaktima Fly Fishing. We'll catch you here later.